DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
Start your day tomorrow with The Daily Dog with Michele Forto, the morning podcast on DogWorks Radio. Apple Podcast reviewer Patty Christensen calls it funny, smart, and filled with all the info I want to know about dogs. I love this show. Wake up with The Daily Dog. Available on DogWorks Radio on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your shows.
You are listening to The Daily Dog with your host, Michele Forto. The Daily Dog offers training advice, tips and tricks, and maybe even a book or movie review, too.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It's Michele Forto with The Daily Dog. We are sponsored by Alaska Dog Works, and we're going to start off today's show with our tip of the day. Win all games, or as I like to say, WAG. Each and every time you give your dog a command, it is a game to him. Be prepared to win all games. When a command is given, if that command is broken before release, then you must put the dog back on that particular command. Don't get frustrated here. If the dog refuses, simply go to something you know he'll do and then try the command he's refusing again. Our topic of the day is going to be about cold weather care for geriatric pets. Older pets may have more difficulty getting around in cold and inclement weather. They are more susceptible to physical stress and generally have less strength than a younger animal. Arthritis, cardiac and lung diseases, and other systemic conditions will be affected by cold air as breathing becomes more difficult. Additionally, smaller fat reserves make an older pet more susceptible to hypothermia, so leaving older animals outside, even if they seem to like it, should be carefully monitored. Here are some ideas for caring for your geriatric friends in cold weather. If pets are housed outside, provide a warm, insulated enclosure and plenty of fresh water. Replace frozen water frequently or use a heating device to keep buckets from freezing. Dog houses should be large enough for a pet to move around comfortably, but small enough to retain body heat. Bedding like blankets or straw will provide another way to maintain body heat. The door or opening should face away from wind, and a flap or cover will help prevent drafts. During severely cold or extended cold spells, pets should be moved indoors. Older pets will not be able to stay warm regardless of the shelter. Keep geriatrics up and moving. Stiffness and pain from arthritis and other joint conditions will restrict the amount of exercise an older pet can handle. However, lying too long in one place generates more stiffness and makes it even harder for them to get up and move around. Short walks several times a day will keep joints flexible. Be sure to give any medication prescribed by your veterinarian. Missed doses will increase pain and lethargy. Protect your pet from poisons. Winter leads to increased use of antifreeze in vehicles, salt, and de-icing products. Many of these chemicals are toxic if ingested, and it doesn't take too much to make a dog sick. Wipe off or rinse feet after walking if there's a chance that any of these poisons could be on your dog's paws. Dogs always lie down to lick their feet clean after coming in. Protect feet and pads from ice and snow. Commercially made booties are available to protect from frostbite and snow or ice between the pads. Groomers will also shave out the hair from between pads, and this helps prevent snow or ice from accumulating. Accidents from slips and falls happen with dogs as well as people. Older dogs are often unsteady and can fall over chunks of snow or slide on ice. Walk geriatric pets in the safest areas where no ice or little snow covers pathways. Shovel snow away to make an area for dogs to relieve themselves without having to struggle through a drift. Older dogs also can have poor eyesight and may not be able to distinguish a frozen pond from snow-covered ground, so monitor outdoor activities. Next up will be our Breed of the Day segment. Exactly how, when, and where the American Water Spaniel originated is something of a mystery. Nevertheless, the virtues of the breed have long been appreciated by sportsmen in many parts of the United States. Before recognition by the American Kennel Club in 1940, the American Water Spaniel had been purely a working gun dog. He had never been introduced to the show ring since his admirers evidently feared that bench shows might damage his prowess as a hunter. But they were soon to learn that selective breeding along with show ring competition actually enhances the value of a dog no matter how well that dog may have been endowed by nature. As a retriever, the American Water Spaniel leaves little to be desired. He will watch the huntsman drop perhaps 4 or 5 birds, then work swiftly and merrily until every one is brought in. Rabbits, chickens, grouse, quail, pheasant, ducks. He handles all with unfailing dispatch and tender care. He swims like a seal, hence few wounded waterfowl escape him. His tail serves as a rudder to aid him, especially in turbulent water. He is, as well, an all-around shooting dog possessed of an excellent nose. He works thicket, rough ground, or covert depending on body scent for location of game. His enthusiasm and thoroughness are an inspiration to the huntsman, while his desire to please makes him easily taught. He learns quickly to drop to shot and wing, although occasionally his eagerness may render him over-anxious. He does not point game, instead he springs it. In addition, he is an efficient watchdog who fits agreeably into the family circle. The general appearance, the American Water Spaniel was developed in the United States as an all-around hunting dog bred to retrieve from skiff or canoes and work ground with relative ease. The American Water Spaniel is an active, muscular dog, medium in size, with a marcel to curly coat. Emphasis is placed on proper size and a symmetrical relationship of parts, texture of coat, and color. His temperament, demeanor indicates intelligence, eagerness to please, and friendly. Great energy and eagerness for the hunt, yet controllable in the field. He has a disqualification, yellow eyes, just like Scut Farkas. I hope you've been enjoying our Breed of the Day. Let me know if you have had an American Water Spaniel. I'd really like to know. Drop us a comment. Join us next time.
Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska Dog Works on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.
Hi guys, it's Alex. If you're a fan of sled dog sports and the Iditarod, Mushing Radio is the show for you. Each Wednesday we drop a new episode on Dogworks Radio, so be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts from.
If you like our podcast, there are a few things you can do. You can take a couple of minutes and go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. You can also check out all of our Dogworks Radio sponsors and promotions in our show notes. Another thing you can do is go over to Facebook, like our Facebook page, and one last thing, please tell all of your friends by spreading the word about Dogworks Radio. Thank you so much for listening to us. We really appreciate you.
Dogworks Radio is produced by Robert Forto. Logo art by Angry Squirrel Studios. Dogworks Radio is produced in conjunction with KVRF 89.7 in Palmer, Alaska.
For dog training advice, you can contact Alaska Dog Works at 907-841-1686 or visit their website at alaskadogworks.com. If you have a show idea or would like to be a guest, please contact us by sending an email to live@dogworksradio.com.